great evening ahead. I'm Andre Ash.
And Sherry Colade.
Sherry, a great celebratory night we can expect for our Michigan Chronicle 15th Annual Women of Excellence Awards. And let's talk about the room and what people can expect.
Most definitely. We're at the International Banquet Center, and it's just going to be a great time. There's going to be a lot of women, 54 celebrants actually, to be honored.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know it's going to take you all a minute to settle down here. Welcome to the 15th Annual Women of Excellence Awards and Induction Ceremony. How fitting that we are here this evening on the last day of International Women's Month to honor outstanding women who exemplify excellence through stature, tenacity, and community involvement, all while maintaining the balance of being wives, mothers, helpmates, and professionals. The women that will be honored today are champions of economic empowerment and diversity. They work hard in their various fields like religion, education. They are driving forces in politics, business, and community service. These women inspire others through their vision and leadership. A couple of months ago, we sent out the call to former women of excellence and to the community at large to nominate outstanding women in our community become women of excellence. And I want to tell you, you guys understood the assignment. We got 400 nominations for women in our community. And I want to tell you, they were all worthy. So the Michigan Chronicle had to get busy whittling that list down to the women who we are honoring here tonight. And I'm telling you, they are wonderful, wonderful women, and it's going to be wonderful. Are you ready to invite them into the room? No, I don't know. Are you ready to greet the Michigan Chronicle 2022 Women of Excellence? Welcome. I would like to be the first to congratulate you this evening on becoming a Michigan Chronicle 2022 Woman of Excellence. You may take your seat now. The Michigan Chronicle is a vital part of this community. They work tirelessly to ensure that the accomplishments of African American women are recognized. For the past 15 years, our organization has honored more than 700 women, and you all make 750. For that, we thank the Michigan Chronicle. Do we have any former Women of Excellence honorees in the room tonight? If so, uh-oh. Would you all please stand so everyone can see you? Wow. Awesome. Thank you for supporting. I just want to do a few housekeeping things. I know this is a social savvy group, and I know when I wake up tomorrow, my whole timeline is going to have you lovely ladies in it. The hashtag is MCWOE, W-O-E, for Women of Excellence 2022. Now, let's hear a little bit from tonight's honorees and the women who nominate them on the video.
You know, this isn't the beginning of me working hard. I've been working hard for so long to achieve the goals that are finally coming to fruition. And so to see the acknowledgement was amazing, and I just it was filled with praise, actually. There are days when you're working 14-hour days, 16-hour days. There are times when you're just, you know, I'm in my restaurant and I'm doing every single job in there that's humanly possible. And so to have that level of acknowledgement, not only is it for me, but it's for people that look to aspire to be like me and go beyond, because I get questions all the time of people saying, how did you do this? How did you do this? And it just feels rewarding and fulfilling.
So as I was thinking, who am I going to nominate for Woman of Excellence this year? I immediately thought of Tanya, right? Part of it is, you know, when you think about a woman of excellence, you think about someone that's not just excelling at their job, but also in their community.
Seeing my kids in the neighborhood riding my bike, that's my principal. That's your principal riding the bike. I'm like, how y'all, what y'all doing? I always tell them I'm gonna ride down on them, and I think it just cracked them up. But also too, just, you know, my teachers, they were really struggling during that time, and going to each of their houses during teacher appreciation, taking them gifts. I drove from Ann Arbor, Auburn Hills, and just to see them, you know, so just keeping everyone encouraged. People don't understand, it's a really challenging time, and I always wanted just to give back.
She is my sister through marriage, and when I saw the opportunity to participate in this process for nominating someone this year, the first person that came to my mind was Dr. Brown. I mean, she's an amazing educator. She has over 20 years in the field, and she's just an amazing person. So it was an easy choice for me.
I just thanked her over and over and over again, because I know it is an honor, and I know that there are several people who have been nominated. Not everyone is selected, and so I'm just honored to be amongst those who are being honored.
It's such an honor when your former student wants to work for you and with you, and they come back. That's, to me, it's priceless. For Ms. Reeves to be in the same profession, it makes me feel like I did something right, and she has taken off. She is one of the best principals in the city of Detroit.
As a ninth grader, Miss Phillips, and I still say Miss Phillips, Miss Phillips, she was just so instrumental in the development of me just loving English. That's the foundation for every subject, right? But I liked English, but she just really encouraged and supported all of her students.
Michigan Chronicle continues to get it right. So it made me feel good about the Michigan Chronicle and the women that they are selecting every year. It gets better and better and better, and I hope this never stops.
At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage our host for the evening, the Michigan Chronicle's digital anchor, Mr. Andre Ash.
All right, good evening. We're going to have a good time tonight, right? Kathy talked about housekeeping rules. I got another one. I'll be making no jokes tonight. And for those who are announced, our speakers and guests and honorees, those are the only ones allowed on the stage this evening. All right, so let's get started. Thank you, and welcome to the 15th Annual Women of Excellence Awards and Induction Ceremony. And a special congratulations to all of the honorees here with us this evening. It is always an honor to be in the presence of such beautiful women, and it is also my job at Michigan Chronicle to report on the accomplishments of outstanding African Americans in our community. And I had the pleasure to meet and interview some of you in the room weeks ago, and I'm telling you, I'm inspired by these women. Yes. They're all doing great things in our community. They are among the best and brightest who make sure that we all have a better place to live, work, and play. And at this time, I'd like to bring to the stage my boss, a great leader himself. He is the publisher of Michigan Chronicle, Hiram E. Jackson.
Good evening. I gotta take a deep breath. I'm nervous tonight. All these beautiful, intelligent, amazing women here tonight. I want to congratulate the 2022 Women of Excellence. Please, let's stand on our feet. Let's stand on our feet for these women. This is the 15th annual. This is the 15th annual. We do this event all over the country. You know, most of you, obviously, you know the Michigan Chronicle, but you might not know Real Times Media. We are in Houston and Dallas and Chicago and Cleveland and Columbus. In fact, I want all of the Real Times Media staff just to join me up here. This is not something I normally do, but I want to make a point. I want everybody from the Real Times Media staff and all of our partners just to come on up so that you can see these people. I have the benefit of being up here and getting all the credit, you know, like I personally picked all these women, and I didn't, but I want you to know who actually does the work. Come on up, don't be shy, come on up, come on up. Come on up, everybody, all the Real Times Media folks, come on up. Come on up, move a little quicker, come on up. Stand this way, stand that way, stand that way. This is not something we normally do, but I just want folks to see all of you. I really want to thank them because pre-COVID, we were doing 40, 50, 60 events a year all over the country, and it's nonstop. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 events a year, and they kick ass, y'all. I'm sorry. They really do. I wanted to do that Tevin Campbell challenge for the people that we have in our company who are not here in Detroit. So Eric Roberts is in Philadelphia. Come on down, Eric. Adele Henderson is Atlanta. Rhonda Caldwell is Charlotte. Come on, Rhonda. Rhonda Crowder is Cleveland. Ernie Sullivan is Columbus, Ohio. Carter Womack, Lord, don't let me forget his name. I hear about that too. Carter Womack. Ashley Johnson is in Pittsburgh. And Diana Lewis is Chicago. Did I miss anybody? Out of town. Like all y'all Detroit people, we see y'all on Monday. But I just wanted to make sure that they understood how much I appreciate them and the work that they do, and just want to say thank you. Thank you. We're a national company. We do this all over the country. And just thank you. All right. This is truly an honor. Yeah, y'all can get off stage. Y'all get off stage. Y'all get off stage. Yeah, get off stage, right. Somebody got to run this. Let me just say that this is truly an honor. Some of you have been to these events before. This is the 15th annual. It actually started in Chicago. We've been doing this for 17 years. And there's nothing more amazing than highlighting Black people in your community. Nothing. You know, if you look at the 6 o'clock news every day, from 6 to 6:13, you would think that we're all drug dealers, that we all hustlers. Most of us, we play by the rules. We do what we're asked to do. We work 2 jobs. We do everything our community asks us to do. And still, sometimes we're not highlighted. We're not appreciated. We don't mind that because it gives us an opportunity to do the Women of Excellence, to show the world how amazing you are, and to say, we see you. We see you. Even when you don't know that you're being watched, we see you. We have a unique position in this community where we get all the press releases, everything, and we make note of it. But what we rely on is our former honorees, our former women of excellence, who we've already said that we trust and we believe in them. They tell us who should be recognized. And I always make a joke, like, if I'm in a barber shop, somebody come up to me and like, man, my wife need to be one of them women of excellence. Like I got like plaques in my pocket, and I'm just gonna give you one. I can't make you a woman of excellence. I can just tell the world that you are. I can't make you a woman of excellence. But we do have the platform to let everybody know that you are a woman of excellence. But to be a woman of excellence, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. And obviously, our former honorees have acknowledged that these 50 women have done the work. So let's give them another round of applause here. You know, sometimes I get real repetitive. We've been doing this for 17 years, but I like to make the point that we can solve any problem in our community. Look at this list: educators, crime fighters, healthcare executives. There's nothing that we can't solve. Shut the doors tonight and give us an assignment. We can solve the problem. Hospitality, there's nothing. Build your careers and raise a family at the same time. There's nothing that you can't solve. The collectiveness of our community is power. And that's what I would like to say to you tonight is let's work together. Allow us, the Michigan Chronicle, to tell your stories every week, every day. Share with us the work that you're doing so that we can share it with the world. I just showed you that we're all over the country. So if you're killing it here, we can let people know the work that you're doing. And you can be humble. Most Black women are humble. You don't go around bragging about the work that you do. You just do it. But sometimes you got to tell people what you're doing so that we can share it with the world. So I'm going to sit down and let you enjoy tonight, but there are a couple of things I really want to say. Number one, there are a million stories in this room. We want to share all of them. We want to tell the world about what you're doing. Number two, Next year, we want you to nominate a woman of excellence. We don't want you to nominate your niece or your auntie. We want you to nominate somebody that has impressed you, that has done the work, that is worthy of being in this club with you. We've been doing this for 17 years. And you can only be a woman of excellence with the Michigan Chronicle if you've been nominated by 2 former honorees. It's not something that you can come up to one of the staff or me at the barbershop and say, hook me up. It doesn't work like that. Thank you. Have a great, great time tonight. You're going to enjoy it. Get off your feet, listen to the music, and enjoy yourself. And thank you for supporting the Michigan Chronicle.
But we went to cast, check, go green and white. So yes, so yes. So we were in a club together. Sharon's always been stylish, and we were in a club called the Ladies of Vogue, and she was the treasurer, always taking care of the money, which is what she does even today.
She's being very kind, but she is right. I have been doing numbers ever since high school. Obviously, I went away to college and majored in accounting, and my master's is in finance. And so all my entire career, I have done finance. I do have a love for money and counting money and taking care of money and growing money.
As a family, we always congratulate, but I thought this would be just a nice, level up for her to say, hey, you are being looked at and you are being looked up to. In the last couple of years, she's had a lot of accomplishments. She's finished her degree. She's working on her master's. A lot of things that she'll never tell anybody, or her accomplishments through work.
I am constantly trailing her. She reminds me so much of my mother. She is just beautiful on the inside and out. And she inspires me every day to do better. I mean, she doesn't even know how much. Yes.
And that's what all this is about.
It's a beautiful thing when you're recognized by your peers. And to be nominated by someone that I hold close and dear to me, not just as a business partner, but as a friend and as a sister, means the world to me. And obviously to be recognized by my peers means a great deal as well. So I'm super excited to see so many dynamic and phenomenal women, Black women that look like us, that's out here doing their thing. Like, we have to celebrate that, and we have to inspire, encourage, empower, and uplift each other. And so just to be in the presence of that many women and past honorees, that are coming back to celebrate, like, I'm all about that life.
I think I just kind of move and groove of what always has been in my heart, whether it was working with the teams and cheerleading or college tour, and I wanted to see them be able to flourish, and that's why I always did it. I never knew people were watching necessarily. I just did what I did.
I think one of the most important things for young women is to stand boldly in their truth and to go after their dreams. Don't live for anyone else, to really follow what is truly in their heart. That's what I watched Cherie do, and that's what I've come to learn to do, is to follow my heart and my passion. And when you do that, the light shines and your authenticity definitely will be recognized and rewarded. So for all the young women out there, just be bold in who you are and don't be anyone else.
You don't have to receive an award, or you don't have to be recognized all the time, but it sure feels good to receive something like this. This is absolutely outstanding and amazing. And I was on cloud 9.
I love those real life stories and the friendship between the nominees and the honorees. So let's give all of our women a round of applause again here tonight. At this time, we are going to start with our special awards. The women honored during this segment are pillars of the community who have already been honored as Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence, but they continue to raise the bar of excellence in the community and are deserving of a special honor. It is my pleasure to have the privilege of presenting the first Vanguard Award to a Cass Tech graduate. All right, I see some Cass Tech supporters in the room. Oh my goodness. She's also a graduate of Wayne State Law School. Got a little Wayne State in the house, all right. But she is a Detroit native. Dawn Ison was sworn in as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Michigan, making her Michigan's first black female to serve in that role. We love to see it. You know, her extensive resume includes 12 years as a criminal defense attorney, 19 years as an assistant U.S. attorney where she cracked down on public corruption and prosecuted drug trafficking. But her priorities include rooting out systematic racism in policing, housing, and employment, as well as restructuring the approach to violent crime to get the worst offenders off the street. Quoting our Vice President, Ms. Harris, she said, "I might be the first, but I won't be the last." Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michigan Chronicle Vanguard Award honoree, the Honorable Dawn Ison.
So I said I wasn't going to forget this time. Because it's local, people always say Cass Tech, and I hear CT is in the house. And then they say Wayne State Law School, or Wayne State, we can take that. But I'm also a proud graduate of Spelman College as well. And, I've been getting, I'm so humbled and honored by all of the recognition I've been getting as being the first Black woman to serve in this role. And I just want to say to all of the citizens of the Eastern District of Michigan, I'm even more honored to be your U.S. Attorney. People ask me sometimes, like, what does it feel like to be the first Black woman? And I always say, they say you're leading the way, but there are so many other Black women who would have been, could have been, if given the opportunity. And Geraldine Bledsoe Ford comes to mind, and Anna Diggs Taylor comes to mind, to name a few. And so I stand on the shoulders of those who led the way for me, and that is Black women who would have been, could have been, if given an opportunity. And so I'm just so honored and humbled to serve in this role. I want you to know that I plan to rebuild community trust, because I know that we have to have legitimacy in the community in order to succeed. And I want you to know I can describe my priorities in 3 words: rebuild, reinvigorate, and restructure. He stole some of my thunder. He told some of my priorities, but we're going to be in this community and rebuilding community trust, because we know that's so important after, George Floyd and all of the other things that happened in our community. But I'm going to reestablish that legitimacy so that we can have buy-in and so that we can serve your needs. We're going to reinvigorate our civil rights litigation. We are fortunate in this district to have a civil rights unit. Not every U.S. Attorney's Office has that, but we do. We're one of 4. And we also have the newly formed criminal civil rights. We've always done, but it's the newly formed public corruption and civil rights unit. And so we're going to be vigorously pursuing hate crimes and other criminal civil rights cases as well. And we're going to restructure the way that we approach violent crime. In addition to being focused, balanced, and fair, it's going to be punishment and prevention. We're going after the drivers of violence, the places where the most violence occurs, and the people who are committing the most violence, so that you can enjoy this beautiful district that you have a right to work in, play in, and live in, free of senseless violence. And so we're committed to doing that. So I am just excited about the opportunity, but I have to tell you, of all the recognition I've received, this Michigan Chronicle Award is very, very special to me because I was raised by what I call the collective. My mother, my single mother, who was a postal worker, and my two aunts who were teachers, and my maternal grandparents. And so they all raised me. But my aunt had a very, very special friend who was like an aunt to me, and she worked at the Michigan Chronicle. She was the entertainment reporter for the Michigan Chronicle, Rita Griffin, and it is because of her that I got to meet the Jackson Five. Come on. I actually got to meet them at the Pink Hotel on I-94 on the way to the airport, and they were just across the table, and I was able to shake their hands. So this one is especially special for me, and I will cherish it. And I'll close with this. Vanguard means a group leading the way, and I said that I will carry the mantle for those who would have been, could have been, and did lead the way for me, and for every Black woman who will follow me. Thank you very much, Michigan Chronicle.
Congratulations, Judge Ison, what an awesome accomplishment. Tonight, I have the double pleasure of introducing the second Vanguard Award to an outstanding young woman who is the youngest, yes, the youngest person to ever serve on the Detroit City Council, having been elected in 2013 at the age of 26. Can you believe that? 26. And the youngest person to serve as Detroit's City Council President. At the council table, Council President Sheffield has made a commitment to fight for the continued growth of Detroit. And following in the footsteps of her father, Reverend Horace Sheffield, she is also an ordained minister. Standing on the shoulders of her grandfather, civil rights giant Horace Sheffield Jr., she seeks to fight for civil rights while making Detroit safer, cleaner, and economically competitive. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I present the Vanguard Award to Council President Mary Sheffield.
Good evening. Such an honor to be here. I want to first thank the Michigan Chronicle for providing a space for us to be empowered and to encourage one another and recognize the contributions. I know Naya mentioned earlier in the video how hard we work. And so to pause and to recognize the contributions that we're making in the city and to lift one another up, I think we need more spaces like that. So thank you to the Michigan Chronicle for constantly hosting events like this. I also want to thank all of the awardees that have been honored today. A lot of you all I truly admire. Look at you all as some of my sisters, and so thank you for all the work that you all do, and also to the Vanguard awardees as well. Want to say that I believe that I am also standing on the shoulder of giants, women like Irma Henderson, Marianne Manhaffey, who have paved the way for me to be where I am today. So I want to honor them as we close out Women History Month, and also women like my mother, who are no longer here with me, and my grandmother, who is 85 years old, who is over here today, and my aunt, my godmother, strong, resilient women who have sacrificed so much for me to be here today. I just want to honor the women who have made a way for me. One of my favorite scriptures is, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I ordained you. I set you apart." And oftentimes women ask me, what drives you? What's your ambition? And I truly believe that it's always been a very strong conviction of purpose. And I just want to encourage each and every one of the women here today to really continue to walk in your ordained, God-given purpose, that I believe each and every one of us has. Amen? I'm gonna start preaching. You left off minister. But that has always been my guiding light. And oftentimes when we are becoming trailblazers or vanguards, doing the first thing, leading the way, we have to stand on something. And it's our morals, our principles, our values, our purpose. And sometimes people are not gonna believe in you, right? Or see the vision that you may see for yourself. But I knew that I had been called, and what God had called for me was for me. And what God has called for you is for you. And so I just want to encourage all of the women to continue to walk boldly in your purpose. I also want to let women know that as the youngest city council president serving right now on the city council, I think it's so imperative that I continue to mold and cultivate the gifts of other young women to serve behind me. And I hope that all of us are doing the same too. And then lastly, inclusion and equity are always at the forefront of my agenda, making sure that Detroiters' voice are being heard as we shape and revitalize the future of our city. So just want to encourage all the women to walk boldly in your purpose, to stand on who you are, to understand that as you lead, you can learn. I learned a lot while leading. I didn't think that I had to have it all together before I took that leap of faith. So lead and learn and know who you are and whose you are and stand on conviction and purpose, and God will open up doors for you. God bless you all.
Congratulations, Council President. Give her another round of applause. You know, the Michigan Chronicle Woman of the Year Award is presented to someone who has reached an outstanding height in their career, a woman who is blazing a trail to the top. And to present the Michigan Chronicle Women of the Year Award, please welcome to the stage a trailblazer herself, Ms. Carla Walker Miller.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know how I got this amazing honor to make this introduction of the Woman of the Year, but thanks, Hiram. I have known Joi Harris. I've had the honor and the pleasure of knowing Joi since before she was the Joi Harris. And from what I understand, you know, we talk all the time about how important it is to invest in teens, how important it is to invest in young people. And Joi knew early on what she wanted to do, to the point that she actually shadowed engineers at DTE when she was 15 years old. So she was already forming in her mind what she wanted to do. So when she became a co-op, it was no surprise. She was just going on that path, that journey. And so when she went to Wayne State and got an engineering degree and then a master's degree, she was just charting the course, following the course before her, following that path. But you never know who's watching you. You never know. And today, we don't know who Joi was watching, but I'll tell you who's been watching Joi, because I'm one of them. When Joi first got the director of gas transmission, I got it. You would have thought I got it. You would have thought all Black women got it, because we were so proud of Joi. And then when she became vice president, it was the same thing. This is our Joi Harris. You all know how big DTE is. DTE Energy has more than 10,000 employees. Have any of you all ever worked in corporate America? I have, and I have the scars to prove it. So to even think about what it has taken for her to become the president of DTE Gas operations, we can't even imagine the ridiculousness of some of the trials that she's been through. You all know I'm telling the truth. You all know. Y'all gonna get me to testify, and I'm not a preacher. That would be all bad. But let me tell you, I am so honored. I am happy that I've been able to witness her journey, and I'm so proud to present the president of DTE Gas, Joi Harris.
That was a lot. Thank you so much, Carla. And you have been such an inspiration for so many people. So many people. Thank you so much. I want to thank the Michigan Chronicle for this incredible honor. And congratulations to all of the outstanding women being recognized this evening. I am simply in awe of your brilliance. Many of you I know, and many of you I've watched and seen and experienced your journey. And I'm telling you, Black girl magic is real. I just applaud Hiram and the entire team at the Chronicle for continuing to showcase the amazing talent that exists here in Southeast Michigan. And I'd like to thank my family, particularly my husband of 30 years. He has always had my back. And I want to thank my children, my greatest achievement. Kyle, Jason, Kiana, I love you more than you would ever know. And I thank you for allowing me to be me at work, but more importantly, for blessing me, for allowing me to be your mother. It is the greatest thing that I've ever done. And to my daughter, my rising star, Kiana, who is here today, shine bright, baby. Shine bright and continue to shine bright. You are amazing. And I'm watching you grow and blossom, and it is just the most wonderful thing to experience. I love you. Finally, to my DTE family, and you all are family. I have spent the majority of my adult life working for the same company. One, because I think our work is so vitally important to our community. And secondly, because I get to work alongside some of the most amazing, committed, talented people you will ever meet. And I appreciate you more than you ever will know. As a youngster growing up on the west side of Detroit, I know there's some west siders here, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would become president and chief operating officer of a Fortune 300 company, much less the first woman and African American to do so. Nor did I think I would be standing here in front of you all tonight, deemed worthy of being named Woman of the Year. But look at God. I say this often and I mean it, it is all in divine order. And I give all the praise and glory to the Almighty for ordering my steps. I recognize that it is my responsibility to translate the best of what God has given to me into a path for others. As we are continuously reminded, words matter in this life. They can cut like a knife, particularly when they're delivered from someone close who should know better. And they can inspire, even if they come from a perfect stranger, one that says, persevere, just when self-doubt begins to creep in. I've arrived at this place in my life because I too had shoulders to stand on. My parents, mentors, sponsors, and many before me who have paved the way. They offered words of encouragement. They stretched my thinking. They provided examples of what great looks like, and even put me in check from time to time when I needed a dose of reality. People who know me understand that I'm not a person who seeks the limelight. That's not what I'm about. That's not how I'm built. But if I can serve as an inspiration for children, for teens, for adults alike, I humbly accept that role. Our young people are looking to us for direction. You saw one of those little young people up here today. They need to see and experience our humanity. And most importantly, they are looking for those beacons of hope. I offer to everyone in this room, we all have a responsibility to help our young people see and bring to life what is possible in their futures. I'm doing my best to serve in that capacity, but we're stronger together. And as I look across this room, I know the opportunity to help the younger members of our community reach and thrive is endless. I know because just listening to you all talk about your experiences, to the two women who preceded me, you all inspire me to grow and to learn and to be better than I am today. Thank you again for this great honor. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I am blessed.
Congratulations, Joi Harris. Next is the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is given to someone who has achieved excellence throughout her career. She has not only blazed a trail, but she has reached the pinnacle of her career. To present the Michigan Chronicle Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome Attorney Alex Parrish, partner and co-leader of Mergers and Acquisitions Practice Group and member of the Board of Directors at the Honigman LLP.
Well, good evening, everyone. I was delighted to be asked by Hiram to introduce Denise to you this evening. When I think of a woman of excellence, she is the first person that comes to my mind. She is an outstanding person. I had the honor of working with Denise at our law firm for over 30 years, and I would say that she just exemplifies excellence in just every way. Denise could have gotten the Vanguard Award. When Denise went to law school, there were very few African-American attorneys who practiced at the major law firms in the country, and hardly any women. And as far as I know, there was no woman, no black woman in America who specialized in the complex real estate development and finance practice that she developed over her career. In Detroit, sometimes we don't realize that some of the people we have among us are not only leaders in our city and state, but they are worldwide leaders in their fields, and that was true for Denise. There was no major real estate project in Detroit in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and through the last couple of years that Denise didn't have her fingerprints on. And she did that with hard work. She rose through the ranks of our firm to become not only a full partner in the firm, but part of our leadership board. But she also found time to be an amazing community leader. She served on foundation boards. She served on charitable boards. And for a number of years, Denise was the chairman of the board of Wayne State University. So she was carrying on that kind of responsibility while she was practicing law at a very high level. And not only that, but she was a mom and a wife, and raised two wonderful, outstanding boys. And I would say Michigan Chronicle, you could not have identified a woman who was more befitting of the Lifetime Achievement Award. So thank you very much, and I'm very proud of you, Denise.
Oh my gosh. So I'm so appreciative of the remarks from my partner and dear friend. I thank you, Michigan Chronicle, also for so much of whom I respect so much, and for recognizing me with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I say appreciation and thank you and honors to all of the other honorees. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience to have this blessing to be shared with all of us together. If you'll let me, I wanted to just share a few words about my journey for whatever benefit it might be. When you look back on a lifetime, you allow me just to share a little. I wanted to say that when I began my professional career, which was some years ago, I had at the heart of it that I wanted to help make Detroit a better place. And that's not a small job when you've seen all that we've been through in this city. It's been a lot. We faced deterioration, bankruptcy, and all kinds of things, but I wanted to be a part of making this a better place. And as Alex described, I was privileged and blessed to be a part of many projects that helped bring our city's core back, our beautiful waterfront, and our neighborhoods. We've got more work to do, but I'm proud of where we've at least been able to come. And my heart was in it all the way. My life has also been dedicated to opening doors for others. And I heard that from many who spoke before me, and I want you to know that that's been a guiding principle for me as well. You know, they talk about the opportunity to be in the room where decisions are made, and that is a privilege, but you also have an obligation. I felt that obligation deeply, that if you're in that room, you need to speak up for somebody else. You need to ask for somebody else to get that promotion, get that raise, get hired, whatever it is you have within your power to ask for. If you have the benefit of being at that table, you owe it to the rest of us, to our next generation, to speak up. And I tried to do that in two fields. I tried to open doors for those of us in the real estate business. It's a very tough and very closed business. And I spoke up for developers of color, construction contractors of color, to get a chance to be a part of all this. And we are a part of all this. The legal profession has also not been that welcoming of people of color. And I have been deeply committed to mentoring and supporting women lawyers and lawyers of color, because we can't have our rights represented, our rights addressed, the injustices corrected, if we're not in there with, just like with Dawn Ison. That's what this all represents. When we're in the legal profession, we can change what happens to the rest of us. But first, you got to be a part of it. So I continue to be in the fight. I've tried to endow funds to help those that are coming behind me, Detroit public school students, Black law students, to get more of us in the profession, young Black professionals, academics. I want to continue through whatever resources I have to make this a better place. And I've lived a life of opportunity because of the blessing of my loving parents who are not with me, and because of many friends like Alex and others at the Honigman firm and others whose shoulders I live and rest on, who paved the way in real estate and paved the way for women overall. But just know, we all owe this to each other, to stay strong and to lift as you climb. It's an obligation. So thank you.
Lift as you climb. I love that. Congratulations to all of our special honorees. You know, celebrations like tonight would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. So we'll like to, before we go on, we'll like to take this time to recognize our sponsors once again. Walker Miller Energy Services, UAW, General Motors, Priority Health, Chase, Oakland Community Health Network, Bedrock, and Rocket Mortgage. And at this time, we'll hear from more of our honorees.
And this lovely lady here, she is somebody who gives so selflessly to others, and her heart is, she has a servant's heart. And everything that she does is about filling a need or closing a gap in the community.
Sometimes you do feel overlooked. You know, you do, you feel overlooked, and then you kind of sit back and go, man, maybe it is time for me to, you know, share what I've been doing and things like that. But the biggest part was when I found out that I actually got it, I was like, me? You know, like, okay, all right. And so it was exciting and it was scary at the same time.
I'm really excited about the fact that this recognition gives us an opportunity to raise some really critical issues about healthcare. And so any opportunity to bring to the light the fact that we need to continue to fix and perfect the system for everyone is really humbling and honoring for me, so thank you.
It never stops for people in healthcare and in mental health care.
Yes.
It's an ongoing fight, ongoing commitment, and you just have to stay in place because there are lives to be saved.
When I think of Stacy, I think of women's excellence. I say a strong, my Stacy, who has excelled in everything she has done since I've met her, which has been 15 years ago.
But then to actually be nominated and be selected for Women of Excellence, it was just kind of like the icing on the cake. All these years, I've seen all these women who've gotten nominated, who, you know, been honored, and I guess I never thought of myself in that category. Some people say, well, you know, you should be nominated. I said, no, I'm not there. When Council President said, I'm gonna nominate you, and when Council President tells you something, that's what it is. You don't argue with it, you don't say no. So I knew that if she's gonna nominate me, it's gonna happen. I was very honored to be selected.
Dana is someone who is never afraid to take on a challenge. She has a quiet strength that is very admirable, but she is always someone who gets things done.
In addition to being an accountability partner, she also challenges me in the right way. And so I really appreciate that about our friendship. We laugh, we joke, we pray together, we worship together, but we also party together. Yeah. And as professional women, it's really important to have that kind of network. And so that's why I treasure our friendship so much. It's such an honor to have been nominated, yes, for the distinction, but even more so by my great friend, Yvette Griffey.
I thank God for Michigan Chronicle. I thank God for Hiram. And I thank God that we have an opportunity to honor women who some may not think needs to be honored, but Michigan knows their select women and know we have some awesome women, and Stacey Clayton fits in that title of awesome women to be honored in the Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence.
Black Girl Magic, we love to see it. It is, for the moment we've been waiting for, it's time to present the 2022 Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence honorees. These women are at the top of their game in their fields, and they inspire us all. So now, let's get started. It has become customary for a former Woman of Excellence honoree to read the creed, officially kicking off the ceremony, inducting the newest class of Women of Excellence. And this year, the creed will be read by former honoree, Ms. Nicole Sherrod-Freeman, who is the Group Executive of Jobs and Economy at Detroit at Work. Please welcome Nicole to the stage.
Thank you so much. It is an honor and privilege to be with this group of women. This group, the talent sitting in the center of this room drops my jaw. And the talent distributed across the rest of the room and my fellow Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence honorees, Vanguard Awardees, Woman of the Year, I am stunned by the talent in this room and deeply honored and privileged, Hiram, for the opportunity to read the creed. Women of excellence are those who exemplify the stature, poise, and grace that characterize the essence of womanhood, all while maintaining the delicate balance of filling the roles of helpmate, mother, teacher, and professional. Women of excellence are the champions of our economic empowerment and diversity, the backbone of our religious and educational organizations, and driving forces in politics and community service. In character, in manner, and in style, we believe you embody virtues of not only excellence, but self-confidence and dignity as well. We celebrate you for your personal code of ethics, exceptional courage, unwavering conviction, and extraordinary grace. It is truly an honor to induct you into our society of women of excellence. More than a decade ago, Tanisha Leonard, who is president of Real Times Media and herself a woman of excellence, penned this creed to capture on paper some things that we really can't capture in words. How far we've come. We are helpmates and heads of households. We are mothers and moguls. We are teachers and trailblazers. We are professionals and politicians and executives and CEOs. And on top of all that, we are the sisters holding it down when it all threatens to fall apart. We are women of excellence. Congratulations to each of you on being named a 2022 Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence.
I like the sisters holding it down. Thank you, Sherrod-Freeman. To present the 2022 Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence Awards, please welcome back to the stage Miss Kathy Ned.
Thank you, Andre. I get to do the fun part. Before I do, though, I want to just say another congratulations to the special awardees today. That was just so inspiring to hear the words that they had to say. So now I'm just going to tell you, if you haven't seen this before, it's phenomenal. It's going to blow your mind. We're going to call your name. You're going to go that way, get your plaque, come up on stage, and have a seat. And then at the end, we want a nice class photo. You all look beautiful today. So, DJ Fingers, are you ready? Let's go.
Brandy in Basket, Michigan Coronavirus Task Force on Racial Disparity. Regine C. Baboff, Senior Vice President, Director of Infrastructure and Mobility Equality. Kimberly Blackwell, Captain, Detroit Police Department. Brandy Brown, PhD, Chief Innovation Officer, Walker Miller Energy Services. Megan Brown, CEO, Kim Consultants, LLC. Cherie Calhoun, Content Producer, WDIV Local 4. Stacy Clayton, Director of Community Affairs Division of Government and Community Affairs, Wayne State University. Stacy N. Cruz, Dean of Student Services, Oakland Community College. Reverend Portia Davis Mann, Pastor, Community Church of God. Charity Dean Esquire, President and CEO of the Metro Detroit Black Business Alliance. Honorable Terry Lynn Dennings, Circuit Court Judge of Macomb County Circuit Court. Carla Denise A. Edwards, PhD, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer, Henry Ford Health System. Regina Gaines, owner, House of Pure Vin. Honorable Kamisha D. Grant, Circuit Court Judge, Oakland County 6th Circuit Court. LaShonda J. Golden, Small Business Community Lender, Fifth Third Bank. Bianca Graves, Director, Business Services Leading Edge Business Solutions. Nancy E. Heaston, Vice President, Racial Equity Fellow, Comerica Bank. Lottie Holland, Director of Diversity, Inclusion, Engagement, and Executive Operating Officer of Compliance, Stellantis. Dr. Kimberly Hearns, Executive Vice President for Instruction and Academic Affairs, Washtenaw Community College. Pettick Lane, Director, Architecture, Tools, and Experience Services, General Motors. Dana Lassenberry, Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of Oakland Community Health Network. Nia Marshall, CEO and founder of Diamo Development and Ivy Kitchen. Jennifer Martin Green, Superintendent, Southfield Public Schools. Dr. DeAndrea Matthews, Director of Diversity and Community Engagement, Detroit Zoological Society. Melissa A. McClennan, Captain, Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Leona Medley, Director of Strategic and Community Partnerships, Bedrock, Detroit. Hashan Murray, Founder, Detroit Dirty. Shaquila Myers, Senior Advisor to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, State of Michigan. Tanya R. Norwood, Principal, Noble Elementary Middle School, Detroit Public Schools Community District. Michelle Reed, Chief Medical Officer, CNS Healthcare. Krista E. Reeves, Principal, Palmer Park Preparatory Academy. Sharon Rose, Chief Financial Officer, Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. Kimberly Rustum, Director of Civil Rights, Inclusion, and Opportunity, City of Detroit. Jay Sanders, Managing Broker, Next Point Real Estate Services, LLC. Desi Santiago, founder of Santi Global and CEO of Virtuoso Management, LLC. Nicole Sabri Henry, Senior Director of Multicultural Marketing for Rock Central. Nadia Sasai, Chief Community Growth and Development Officer for Bedrock. Juanita Slappy, Head of Multicultural Marketing Cadillac for General Motors. Deanna Solomon, Director of Fund Development, Communications, and Advocacy, Detroit Area Agency on Aging. Misty L. Stanton, Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Mercantile Bank. Alicia Stevens, Senior Vice President and Director of Corporate Quality, Comerica Bank. Vernita M. Straughter, Principal, Detroit Public Schools Community District. Gail Taylor, Vice President and Community Manager for Chase Bank. Tammy Turner, Co-owner and Partner, Capstone Employment Services. Kim L. Ward, Corporate Attorney, C&H Industrial America. Lucretia Ware, Vice President and Director of Engineering and Estimating, Gayanga Company. LaShondra Wright, Political Director, UAW National CAP Department. Dana L. Williams, Chief Strategy Officer for Detroit at Work. Shannon L. Wilson, Vice President of State Markets East and Executive Director of the Total Healthcare Foundation. Monica L. Woodson, CEO, Girl Scouts.
Please join me in congratulating the complete class, Michigan Chronicle 2022 Women of Excellence. Every year, one of the current honorees is selected to serve as class president. And we called her and told her, and you'll find out what your duties are later. But I would like to call to the podium to say a few words of inspiration to this year's class of Women of Excellence, Dr. Carla Denise Edwards from Henry Ford Health System.
Wow. To my sisters that are holding it down. Yesterday, I was just a little black girl who could only imagine, like Lauren and some of the other little ones that are here. I was sitting on my grandmother's trunk, peering out the window, just imagining. That little black girl called me, imagined flying on the airplane she saw floating in the sky. She imagined riding the yellow 10-speed she hoped her parents would buy for her one day. She imagined driving a fancy car, maybe a Porsche Cayenne, up to her fancy house with shopping bags full of clothes and shoes overflowing in the back seat. Stop, scratch that. She didn't imagine that. She actually imagined a limo dropping her off at her Park Place penthouse, where her shopping bags arrived before her Ferragamos even hit the pavement. Yesterday, me, that little black girl, sat in her window on her grandmother's trunk in a picture-perfect house, simply imagining where her life would lead. I never imagined this. I never imagined looking out across a room and standing on a stage full of black girl magic. One could only dream of being among beautiful, brilliant, bold, badass black women who, like me, probably never imagined or even dreamed of this day. Because in order to dream, in order to imagine, you need to see, you need to feel, you need to experience, and you need to trust in magic. For those who don't believe in magic, you could replace that word with miracle. In order to dream big, you need to see big things. You need to imagine a life larger than your own. You need to trust in yourself and then simply open up and experience the miracles that God has laid before you. Black girl magic is our ability to do that for ourselves and for the other little black girls who need to see us in order to be us. Ladies, when we leave here tonight, go do some magic. Be beautiful.
be brilliant, be bold, be a badass. I had to buy this dress so I could say that. And make magic happen for all who see you by imagining and being all that you are and all that God intended for you to be. I know that I will. You all inspire me. Each and every one of you incredible women motivate me. Your success drives me to be my best self. In the same week, we celebrated Judge Jackson sitting with grace at the confirmation hearings while her character and incredible record is being abused. We also turn on Twitter feeds to a barrage of foolishness about our hair, our men, our bodies, our children, our history, as the story of us is being told by them. Black girls, we need to make some magic. We need to use our hair. We need to use our men. We need to use our bodies, our children, our art, our work, our grace to tell our own stories so that the little and big Black girls sitting in the window today have something strong, positive, and powerful to imagine. So she, that girl called me, can dream and create a black and pink path full of magic for others to follow. To the Michigan Chronicle and all of the fantastic sponsors, thank you. Thank you for honoring this stage of Black girl magic. Thank you for putting on a production that exposes and shows us as we are, who we are in our authentic self. In my 30 years, this is the first time I have ever been on a stage like this with royalty. I'm honored, I'm humbled, and we are all truly blessed. We are women of excellence. I see you, my sisters, and I want to be you when I get big. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna, we got a few housekeeping things. I know everybody wants to get a photograph, right? But we got a few professionals here, Monica Morgan, and one of the things that we provide, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is that we document history. Now, that may sound cliche to you now, but the media properties that we own go back to 1905, 1906. We have the first front page article of the Chicago Defender, Pittsburgh Courier. So we can go, we can open up any newspaper from 1905 to 2002, 2022, and we can show you what was happening. So today, we just want to document this, right? We're going to document it properly. So all the photographs and videos, we want to make sure we get them. So I know you want to get your picture of your aunt or your mom or your sister or your baby mama, whoever up here, you know. But we just wait for the professionals, let them get finished, and then we can go from there, right? But I learned a couple of things tonight, right? I'm sitting here learning. I was a little nervous, you know, after that Chris Rock thing. I didn't want nobody rushing the stage, right? But I got two police captains and a U.S. attorney up here. So I'm straight, all right? I got my, you know, Regina Gaines, who's one of the honorees, the lady that came up. That was my 4th grade teacher. So I couldn't not take a picture with her, right? And so we use these opportunities, whether it be Lauren or Nicole, Sabri's daughter. We want people to look back 20 years ago and see, you know, what we did tonight. I learned Carla was like, you know, we all shared in Joi Harris's success, but y'all don't all share in the money, I bet. So, and the other thing is, I just genuinely enjoy the energy of women of excellence. We have Charlotte Women of Excellence coming up. We have Chicago Women of Excellence. And I just want us all to go. Let's just crash their party, right? And have a good time in Charlotte or Cleveland or Columbus or Pittsburgh and have a good time, because tonight we showed them how to really do it. We're going to take a couple of photos. And Kathy, what else am I doing? I want to thank Kathy Nett. She did this. She is awesome. She's been a part of our family for 15 years and just exudes excellence and professionalism, and we want to thank her. So the last thing I want to do is thank our sponsors, because I always say that companies, they can say whatever they want to say, but where they spend their money, that's where you know where their priorities are. When they create their budgets, that's when they create their priorities. And so UAW, please give them a round of applause. General Motors, always there for us. Thank you, General Motors. Walker Miller Energy Services, thank you, Walker Miller. Rocket Mortgage, Bedrock, Oakland Community Health, thank you so much. CNS Health, and Chase Bank, thank you. We can't do this without the corporate support, so thank you to all of our sponsors, all the folks who bought tickets, and thank you so much for celebrating the 15th annual Michigan Chronicle Women of Excellence.
I was just saying it was so good to see so many young at heart, feeling young, beautiful black women here.
I'm really, really excited. It was a complete surprise to me. So, but I'm just really honored to be among so many amazing black women. It's like Black Women Excellence, Black Girl Magic all day. So I'm really excited and honored to be here.
I feel amazing. I feel blessed. I feel loved. I feel appreciated. And so it's hard to be in this position because I don't do it for accolades, but I'm so happy that I was one of the honorees that was selected today. It means the world to me.
The place is beautiful. It represents who we are as a city. This symbolizes excellence to me. And for me, again, to see all of these women here who are, again, exuding everything that we know to be representative of this great city, this is perfect. It's a perfect location.
I am excited. My friends are texting me like they're on their way. Everything has been phenomenal. I feel absolutely celebrated, and I appreciate it. It's great.